All right, we're live.
Awesome. This is Transparency and Merit. I am Brian, and this is Joe.
That's right. How's it going?
You know, man, I can't complain. I guess I could, but what good would that do? You know, a lot of people are out there are afraid to talk to one another, afraid to deal with one another. You know, and what can you do? I mean, I was, a couple of weeks ago, I was talking to just an acquaintance. And as we were talking, someone just passed by, and the other guy goes, "I got to be quiet," because some of the stuff that he was saying, he was afraid of being retaliated on. And glossophobia. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people out there that are afraid of speaking their mind, and it's really the toxification of cancel culture and these outrage mobs. Some of them threaten with physical violence, and that's not good or healthy for a society. I feel that that our democracy is being threatened by people that are kind of cuckoo, or people who think that they have the moral, who believe they have higher moral authority. But that is what it is. Now, do we want to go into that peanut gallery and see what those gentlemen have to say?
Yeah, I wonder what it is. I've noticed it too. It seems like the quarantine threw people off so hard that they are having problems even effectively communicating on basic levels. It seems like people just want to judge, tell you to put your mask back on.
Yeah. Put your mask back on. Be for defunding the police. Be for BLM. Be for cancel culture. And if you speak out against these topics, well, today you will be persecuted. Are we sitting here with the music being played out here, Joey?
Yeah, it's Mr. White's playing his guitar.
Awesome, man.
Hey, that's some Mr. White action.
Mr. White is one of the best guitar player that we have out here on this Discord. He has, amazing musical talents. The music scene.
Yes, Mr. White. Thank you, Mr. White. And this is live. This is live with Joe.
Okay, we're live on the air. Okay.
We are live.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Just to let you
Gentlemen,
know,
how are you? We have no ladies in this Discord. It's all Mr. Gato.
Have any of you run into the situation that we're running into, that people are afraid to communicate?
Yeah.
All right. Tell us about it, King.
In what way? Politically, it's very hard to communicate now.
It's very hard to communicate politically. That's a good point.
Very hard.
Forget politics then. Let's just break it down to like small talk. Just communicating in general has been at an all-time low, in my view.
Okay, like except for politics. Okay, would this be different between males or females? You think?
Well,
I think I have a bigger problem with communicating with guys who know, who are unwilling to share stuff. But I find women, well, the women I know share everything. Not everything, but they're.
yeah,
What about you?
maybe we all need to carry a guitar. Maybe that's a nice icebreaker.
You know, I find that women are the biggest. I mean, well, because I don't have a guitar, and perhaps because my opinions are not as agreeable. But like, I have a few women on the left that do not want to. That don't want to. That don't want to communicate, and if you communicate with them, you have to agree with them. And I'm like, that's not who I am. I've been threatened to be blocked by a family member, and it's like, I think to myself, this person doesn't necessarily respect me as a human being, and doesn't want to hear my opinion. So part of it is like, well, what do I need that person for in my life? It's like, it's kind of unfortunate that they can't be civil and have a
like in the 40s age group.
This girl's in this woman is in her 30s. She's about 34, 35, maybe 36, I think. And
didn't we go to her wedding?
Yes, we did.
Nice.
And it's just like, come on, man. It's like, is my opinion so offensive to you that I can't, that you would block me for expressing it? It's just like,
I'm sorry, I thought you were on the phone.
Go ahead, Mr. White. Where are you at with that?
Okay. Now, you all know pretty much my age,
Mm-hmm.
and my age group is in the 60s. And most of the women I meet, and I'm talking about the women I meet online, they're pretty much always in their 40s. And we get along great. But the weird thing is that these women that I talk to and hang out with, they are like my daughters and stepdaughters' age. It's kind of weird,
Well, it would be it's
I'm
not
lying.
shouldn't be weird.
I'm not lying. They don't. These women do not want younger guys. So maybe they should. I don't know what an syndrome could be.
Yeah, but in the end, they always. I think what Brian's saying is there's. I don't know. Maybe it's in Brian. I'll let Brian.
Just don't want to hear. It seems like women don't want to hear other, like particularly leftist women don't want to hear. I mean, and leftist men too, but leftist men are much more likely to hear you out than leftist women. It just feels that way to me.
Okay, but I do have to qualify what I just said. Is that the women I'm talking about did approach me because we had musical things in common.
Okay. So you had something in common. Okay.
Yeah, we did, but it was always music. It was music.
But if you're talking politics,
singers or guitar players,
Mr. White, though, if you're talking politics, though, I found that the left is, like if you deviate from what they're thinking, they will shut you out completely.
Oh yeah, I believe that. But I've been, but the way it's worked was that the few women that I connected with are Democrats. They're not conservatives. And I try my best to steer away from politics.
Well, I'll tell you.
We're not going to change each other's minds,
I'll tell you. Yeah, you're right on that. And when I dated, I steered away from that too because I wanted affection. But at this point of the game, I don't care about getting that as much anymore. And I'm interested in pointing my point of view, and you can have your point of view. I'd rather know what someone thinks, and that's just my way. It's like, and like, part of me is like, I just don't want them making decisions for me.
I have friends in real life that are on Facebook now, and we lost our friendship over politics. And I'm talking friends from 30 years. It's horrible, and
it is, man. I mean, now was this person on the left?
Really sad.
Mm-hmm.
Did this person lose your? Did you decide to get this to end this friendship, or did they?
They, yeah.
Were they left or right?
It's a couple that I knew. He was a drummer in my band like almost 30 years ago, and these people were caring me for years. They were great friends, and now it's just hatred. I don't know. What? And here's the thing. Everyone, there's a lot of stereotypes out there. You're Democrat, you're liberal. Okay, I'm a Democrat. I don't know how liberal I am because I don't kind of rate myself. I don't really know. But my real life friends are Democrats, and they're all fucking outright racist.
Yeah, that could be very true.
I mean, these people, most of my friends do not like other people that are white. I got used to it. What are you going to do? You can't ignore or get rid of all your friends because of these kind of beliefs, right? But
well,
I have good friends.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you something. I mean, unless a person is really, really nasty, I don't get rid of them. And there are people. I mean, I'll tell you something. Online, I come across some people that are just really unlikable. And there's one person I don't want to even say his name, but he's really unlikable. And he's racist, but he's also, not only is he racist, but he's so arrogant, such a know-it-all. I'll say his name is Pork Lamb. That guy, he's such a know-it-all. And so just
I hate talking to guys like that.
Yeah, and I don't care what subject they're talking about. I mean, he's just, and he comes on just to, like, I don't think this person is accepted anywhere in life. So they get online because no one else will accept. I have to believe that a lot of people out there basically go online because they can't be accepted anywhere else. Their behavior will not be accepted anywhere else. I could be wrong on this, but that's what
I'm getting all kinds of very poignant opinions about you, Mr. Midnight Movie, in the chat rooms throughout the internets. A lot of people are very angry with you.
Really? Is one of them's names Angela?
Could be. I haven't
But-
heard from
Let me say one thing.
Well, Willie just thinks I need to get laid, and that's just silly.
My best friend, who is a Democrat, I guess he might be a liberal. I don't know what that definition is anymore. But he's a racist. But the thing is, he was actually in Attica in the 70s for marijuana. Can you imagine? He spent 4 years in Attica prison for pot. And he had experiences that I could not even imagine. So I don't even want to judge what his experiences were that he would think of black people.
How about you, Ice Road Trucker? You got an opinion for Mr. Midnight Movie? Are people afraid to talk? We'll see. He'll chime in if he wants.
Well,
Darth Shadow.
Dark Shadow, where are you?
Where
But
are
no,
you, Darth?
you said people.
What do you think?
Wow. I don't have nothing to say.
Ah, there we go.
Coward.
Case in point.
I'm just like, wow.
We just want people. I don't know. It seems to me the only time people are addressing me lately is to give me some sort of instruction. Put on your mask. Park over there. Don't park here. You owe me this much, or whatever it is. There's very little small talk or casual conversation, or no dreaded political discussions. Just kind of to the point and be gone kind of mentality.
Be gone. Go. Go. Be gone.
Be gone. Be gone.
Be gone. Never come again.
Be gone, you demon.
Hi, I'm a Southerner from Texas, and Brian, you got it all wrong.
Your show's terrible, by the way.
You're
I
not
fell
from
asleep
Texas.
today.
No, I'm not.
Are you?
No, I'm right here in California. All right, Brian, what else? Where are you at?
You know what, Joe? I
Keep it
think
short.
I think that I think we've covered just like that Americans kind of don't want to talk. Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
Darren. I want to mention that Darren is saying that the riots are huge in Portland.
He's gonna go
And,
there tonight.
I really do believe, by the way, that the media. Oh, he's here. The media, by the way, is really framing this as these are peaceful protesters. They're not, dude. And that Navy guy, he seems. Yes, I want you to go down
Of
there.
course we do.
That Navy guy seems like a real virtue signaler. Because, in my opinion, these are not peaceful protesters. These, you see some of these protesters. They're not, they are violent, and people who go off on Andy Ngo, the gentleman that got beat up, dude. These guys they attack first. If you go out and you say something that they disagree with, and you're a large group, you'll be on these like Antifa or BLM or some of these other radical groups in Portland. They will attack you. They are violent, and they've been violent for
Hello, Tom
a
Scott
couple
News. I don't know if I've seen you before, but yeah, pissful protesters. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, so the media is framing it in such a way. I can't believe that people are buying into this stuff if they are. But the federal government does have a right to go down there. And this is just my understanding. The federal government has the right to go down there to protect their property. the federal property because the police aren't doing anything. And for 5 weeks, these protests and these riots, I think they've been going on for about 5 weeks. These people are not peaceful. They're destroying property.
Nick, what do you got to say?
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
But it is, you know what, Joe? It is what it is. But,
Mhm.
And now they're censoring more than ever.
JP,
Yes.
can you imagine how much pubic hair is in downtown Portland right now?
It's
Dude,
probably a
I'm done,
disaster. It's disgusting, I'm sure. Darren might get a mouthful.
I think he will. It'll be like tumbleweeds, but it'll be makeup of goddamn lesbians.
I want to mention that Debbie said it was law enforcement that hit the Navy guy. Look, I don't know what and I think we'll find out more about that whole situation, but I'm thinking it's more than what the Navy guy said, and he seems like a virtue signaler. Well,
Hey,
So-
man,
yes.
have you ever dated a completely left-wing crazy-ass nut and possibly lived with her for a short amount of time?
You know what? I never tried to talk politics with any of the women I dated because I was.
I mean, if you sleep with her and she's telling you go goddamn graffiti something,
I was after affection.
then we know her. Jesus.
I
think
talk
you're a
movies. I love talking movies and
Worry about
and
you.
emotion and all the other stuff. I was interested in getting.
Never had trouble.
Let me. Don't you? How do
You have never made connection with a goddamn human being, woman, of anything, of any caliber, of any merit, of anything that deserves honor, that you would have any authority to speak on the subject. Don't.
You know what? I'm going to come down to Alaska and I'm going to push you off your boat, dude. I'm going to shove you right
You're
off.
coming down here. I hope you make it because you're going the wrong goddamn direction.
I'm going to come right down to Alaska and I'm going to take over. I'm going to beat you up and take over your boat. I'm the captain now.
You can commit suicide however you see fit. I caught. Give it that.
Brian, did you see any videos on Evergreen?
Yeah, they're disgusting. There's a video on Evergreen, I think it was, where the professor is talking with his hand,
Yes.
and they go, "Stop talking with your hands, it's racist." Listen.
We're talking about
I will slap you with a fish.
liberal women and your lack of them.
I will slap you with a fish. But hold on a second.
Sir, you evade the questions. It's ridiculous. You sound like a goddamn coward.
Look at this glove.
Trying to ask you a
Challenge
serious
you to a duel. I challenge you to a duel. I challenge you to a duel. I challenge you. You've insulted my honor.
You've been challenged to a duel.
I challenge you to another duel.
I
wish I had a fish. I could just slap across your
fucking old, goddamn religious,
Mhm.
and she just fucking laid there. It fucked. A liberal girl had hair shorter than mine, and I'm pretty sure her 8-year-old kid was sitting there fucking watching us. And so I would take that goddamn shit any day over the fucking laying there doing nothing old lady.
All right, you son of a bitch. We'll be back. All right, Brian, let's finish this and get done with it.
All right. Well, he mentioned Evergreen College, and I wanted to mention this. This was one of the most disgusting acts. The professor was trying to explain himself, and he was talking with his hands. And they said, "Stop talking with your hands. That's racist." And he stopped talking with his hands, and they all started laughing because they knew they had power over him. Stop giving it. I wish the majority of Americans would stop giving into some of these egocentric pukes. Not good, but it is what it is. And these are not peaceful. A lot of these are not peaceful protesters. They're damaging property, and then they're walking away and they're putting up their hands, going, "I'm a peaceful protester." No, you're not. Shut up. Anyway, I can't believe people are buying into this garbage. And that Navy guy, he seems like a virtue signaler to me. I could be wrong on that. Joe, is there anything else to add?
Subscribe and get the conversation started. Don't wait till tomorrow. Leave a comment now. And that's about it for this episode of Transparency and Merit. Anything else?
Oh, yeah, Willie, I challenge you to another duel.
You've been challenged to a duel. Thank you all for listening, especially if you're new. Thomas Scott News, Darren, Debbie, and anybody else.
Debbie, I challenge you to a duel too.
Debbie, challenged.